Welcome to episode 1 on Agape Boarding School. This is entitled No Talking. One of the many ways they would torture students, or in their words, punish students at Agape Boarding School, was to put a student on what was called no talking. Not that you were allowed to talk even without being on no talking. You'd be placed on no talking because of something you did, whether you actually did something wrong or even at random without doing anything. This was also combined with other forms of torture or punishment, like the wall. When on no talking, you had to wear a lanyard around your neck that had a large sign that said no talking on it. You had to always wear this sign with a few exceptions. When showering or in the bathroom, you could hang the sign on the door handle of the shower door or the bathroom door. Students on no talking did not get to go to free time. Not that free time meant you were free or could do whatever you wanted. Free time was Friday night after dinner, Saturday after lunch, and Sunday after lunch. During this time, no talkers would either be sitting or standing at the no talking table, which was located in the dining hall, or you were on the wall in the dining hall if you were also on the wall. If you got to sit at the table, you had to have your feet together flat on the ground, your Bible open, and your hands flat on the table next to the book, and then leaned over the book. If you had to stand, you had to have both hands flat under the Bible and your hands in front of you with about a 90-degree bend in your elbows and your feet at the position of attention. You also had to have your head uncomfortably angled down to read because your Bible also had to be tucked into your body. Both the seated and the standing position for no talkers was extremely painful because you weren't allowed to move and you were locked into that position for hours. If you got caught moving to account for cramps or any pain that you had in these prolonged uncomfortable positions, you would have been punished for either, if you were sitting, you would be made to stand, or if you were standing, you would either be given push-ups or made to move to the wall. Sometimes staff members would turn this into a game for their amusement when they were in charge of the no talking table, by having students hold the Bible with one hand, stand on their toes, withholding bathroom breaks from people asking to go, or even forcing them to drink water if they had to go to the bathroom. During this time, water was also withheld from students, so if you were thirsty, you either had to wait for bathroom breaks when you were allowed to have a drink of the water fountain, or if you asked, they would not let you. Students would be on no talking for anywhere from a day to months at a time. I remember while I was there was one student that I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 months that he was on no talking without a break. I also remember a separate occasion where a student was taken off of no talking for long enough for him to take his sign off and then was placed back on no talking, so he had a 5-second break. I can't remember how long he was on no talking for. But this was one of the many punishments, or as I would call tortures, that they would use on students there. And this is Agape Boarding School in Stockton, Missouri, and I was there from 2009 to 2011.